Greetings to you all from Cairns, some 2,000 kilometers north of Brisbane in Queensland, where I work and live in Australia. I'm here in beautiful Cairns near the Coral Sea and the Great Barrier Reef for lecturing at an anesthesia meeting. Thanks to severe restrictions, Queensland has no positive cases for more than a month and we are now allowed to travel within Queensland. Thank you for the invitation to produce a video regarding the AOSRA Essay Content Award event. Let me first convey my sincere congratulations to Dr. Bala and team for organizing this excellent event and to congratulate not only the award winners but also thank all those who participated, and I consider all of them a winner by sharing their reflections on the impact COVID-19 has on all our lives. Indeed, pandemics are silent killers. As one author described it, these viruses are the tiniest and primitive creatures, invisible to the naked eye, form of life which have the world under his control. Humans no longer are the masters of the world. The virus has the world in his grip and we all struggle to survive. However, plagues, major outbreaks and pandemics are of all times and probably have killed more people than all previous wars together. We often remember wars, not pandemics. Hence we have forgotten to be prepared for pandemics. Governments lack to have a plan ready to be prepared for the next epidemic. We now see that the US, India, Brazil, Russia and Argentina have topped the 1 million mark of positive cases, with many other countries following soon in their steps. And these figures are for sure an underreporting of the reality, with second waves showing we are far from controlling the virus. Governments impose all kinds of restrictions on their people, limiting physical contact, but human beings are unique in the fact they love and need social interactions. As 75% of emerging infectious disease have an animal origin, perhaps we better should distance ourselves more from animals. Indeed, COVID-19 has disrupted our normal lives with a huge impact on our health, our jobs, our free time, our sport and cultural activities and our social contacts, resulting in grief and anger. All of us feel the impact without discrimination. Yes, the virus does not discriminate. All of us can be infected regardless of skin color, the position you have in society, the country you are living in, the job you do, and however, the older, fragile people are affected most and show the highest mortality rates. Nevertheless, among those who paid the highest price, giving their life to help others are healthcare workers and our colleagues anesthetists. These frontline warriors do not want to be considered heroes, they just want to be protected. Give them appropriate PPE so that they can protect themselves and their families and friends. Even 10 months in the pandemic, virtually everywhere, there is still a shortage of appropriate PPE. Hospitals have become hotspots and incubators of infections, and anesthesiologists are constantly exposed to a large inoculum of viral copies, especially the plume generated during high-risk aerosol-generating procedures during airway instrumentation and other procedures. They do exactly the opposite of what is wanted. Instead of distancing, we anesthesiologists work very closely with our patients. Anesthesiologists fear for their own lives, but fear even more to transmit the deadly virus to their loved ones. But COVID has also pulled anesthesiology from behind the screen to the front lines, maintaining a tradition of ingenuity and dedication. Their role in the COVID-19 response reflects the legacy of its pioneers. It is the polio epidemics drew anesthesiologists from operating theaters, from cardiorespiratory support in intensive care. The vital role of anesthesiologists will also be better appreciated by colleagues and the public with the realization that we are indispensable and adaptable physicians beyond the operating theater, retaining our fluidity from OT, intensive care, and medicine and surgical ward, offering ultimately interdisciplinary skill set. We produced an editorial on revisiting safe airway management and patient care by anesthetists during the COVID-19 pandemic, published in the British Journal of Anesthesia in December, honoring the thousands of doctors and nurses battling a daily life and death situation. Many of them lost their lives due to the pandemic. I wish you all the very best and thank you for sharing with me your numerous suggestions to cope with the life post-COVID-19. Thank you.
Dear friends, thank you for joining us in this wonderful moment to celebrate together wisdom and knowledge of anesthesiologists around the world. I'm deeply honored to be invited to join this esteemed global jury, not to make judgment, but to enjoy and to celebrate together with you the triumph of human spirit in this not so easy moment for us. I wish to say thank you to all participants of this unique global contest. Your great knowledge, undoubted courage, and specific, sophisticated artistic writing skills in future, I suppose, will be understood as the chronicles of anesthesiology global efforts. Congratulations to you all, and I hope to be able to join you all in person in some other future contest. Stay healthy, happy, and safe.
Hello to all. I am Professor Dr. Maria Minerva P. Calimag, past president of AOSRA-PM from the Philippines. For 35 years now, I have been engaged in the full spectrum from the quantitative, mixed methods, and qualitative research genres. As an anesthesiologist researcher, I am thus immersed in what you would call a paradigmatic promiscuity in my views and thoughts about research genres. The growing interest in the nonfiction is due in part to the internet. The AOSRA-PM sponsored Global Essay Contest is our way of connecting and conversing with all anesthesiologists worldwide in the front lines during these pandemic times. The essay is an incredibly viable medium for processing the known as poems, drama, and fiction. Through the essays, we glean the lived experiences of the authors viewed through their social contexts. The multi-awarded Nigerian writer Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie warns us all about the dangers of the single story, because life is never lived in isolation, and we all know that our truths are as varied as the ever-changing social construction that we make. Some chose to write as they see it, through the challenges and daily struggles that they face in the present times. Others chose the genre of alternative history, viewing the experience from a future perspective, trusting in the resilience of the human spirit, and hoping that everything will work out well many years hence. The finalists' manuscripts have several things in common. They are well crafted, neatly threaded, and delivered as compressed narratives with a strong emotional core. They're all thus both truly interesting and truly engaging. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to be a judge in this very worthy undertaking, and congratulations to all the winners. Thank you very much.
Warm greetings from Northampton in UK. I feel very privileged to be part of the jury panel for this unique global contest. It's very heartening to see entries from many parts of the world, and I thank each participant to have reflected on their experience and articulated your thoughts during these arduous and difficult times. At a personal level, I enjoyed reading each of your entries. All jury members will agree that it was quite a challenge to rank the essays, and there was very little to separate the top entries. Of special mention, I was very enchanted by the level of creative writing expressing both scientific knowledge and emotional experience. It was a rather very humbling experience to see the grace in which the participants have expressed their vulnerabilities, yet radiating optimism and confidence for the future. My hats off to Dr. Ilavendan, Dr. Anju Grewal, and Dr. Balavenkat for showing drive and leadership in concluding this contest to a very high standard. Once again, many hearty congratulations to all the participants and the worthy winners of this contest. Signing off from Northampton, this is Dr. Senthil Kumaran. Thank you.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to the prize distribution ceremony of the Global Essay Contest organized by AORA and AOSRA. At the outset, I would like to thank the entire team of AORA and AOSRA for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this global jury. It's been a truly humbling experience being a part of this jury panel, as we were witness to what anesthetists across the globe went through during these tough times. We had entries from residents, private practitioners, head of the institutions who expressed not only their professional viewpoints but also what they went through in their personal lives. It was definitely difficult to choose from 300 plus essays, which were all very good works of English literature. Each of us scored these essays separately, and we were blinded to them in every possible way. Now, what were the main points which came across most of the essays? Were that we should keep our lives simple. We need to treasure and hold close these small moments in our lives and spend time with our loved ones. We need to respect nature. This was one of the very key points which came across most of the essays. Apart from essays, we also had poems which came up in the contest, and they were very good poems as well. There were references to a lot of religious scriptures like the Gita, the Vedas, the Quran, the Bible, and also references to works of literature, including ones like Harry Potter and even Winnie the Pooh. There were very creative ones, like the one in which the virus wrote the essay, describing the life of a resident of what he or she goes through. There was one in which one of our anesthetists, who was a big fan of Sunil Gavaskar, who is a great batsman from the Indian team, wrote about how we should tackle every day as if Gavaskar was batting in a test match. And there was one in which the anesthetist wrote as if she or he had travelled in a time machine to 2030 and wrote what lessons we learned in 2020. So just to kind of cap off my brief summary of the entire experience, I would like to leave you with a poem which actually I came across, which was written by one of the anesthetists. It goes like this: life so fragile, short and uncertain, fights, hatred and grudges are a burden. Wounded though, we could grant a pardon, for love is all we plant in the labyrinthine of our garden. Lockdown and social distance got us all in a box, closer now than ever before. Oh, what a paradox. Time was now aplenty at home as we talk, parents and kids now all held in one lock. Pandemic reverberations seem no end. Oh, for the normalcy which would be God sent. We strive to reinvigorate as the road bends, lessons learned as the human fabric mends. Never to lose a ray of optimism from sight, vaccines round the corner to fight. Let's prioritize the humane experience. We might endeavor to narrow the space between us tonight. So with these wonderful words written by one of our contest entrants, I sign off by wishing you all good health and peace. Thank you once again to the entire organizing team for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.